Hey guys, Chris and Boomer here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Happy Monday, everybody.
Yeah. I'll tell you, this Impala, a whole lot of people asking questions about it.
Yep.
You know how much money I'd have for every time someone has said that's the wrong hood on that car?
I'm figuring we wouldn't have to work anymore.
Well, no. $3, that's how much I'd have. Well, maybe more. Anyway, so to help show you guys how this Impala is not an SS.
There we go.
But still has a 427 4-speed on it. Look at this. A Chevy 1966.
Ooh, that's a nice little brochure there.
Full-size catalog. And look at this. I was drooling over that notchback 66 Caprice, man. That's super sweet. But you can get on over here. And let's see, we'll get past the Caprice. So I do really like
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I like the seats on the Caprice here. So we're going to, before we're going to show much more, we talked about the Chevy production full-size vehicles in 1966.
Yeah.
Not only a ton, more than a megaton.
Yeah, it's 1,800,000 plus of the body style, this body style that were built across Impala, Bel Air, Caprice, Biscayne, wagons, the whole 9 yards.
Two doors, 4 doors, a whole 9 yards. And how many came with the 427, 425 horse and the 4-speed?
Yeah, 0.005%.
And doing the math real quickly, that's about 1,800.
About 1,800 cars, yeah.
Yeah. So about 1,800 out of all those received that 427. Some of those were Impala SSs,
yeah,
but not all of them. And this is one of the ones that is not an Impala SS. So I'm going to show you guys the hood of a 1966 Impala right out of the Chevy catalog. Come on in here. Okay?
Nice slick hood, does not have the inserts in it.
Yeah, no inserts in it at all. And now you can look right here, it's the exact same hood. You know, the big identifier here is that piece of chrome right down that middle. Yeah, but flat hood, no inserts. Now if I go, oh, I love that interior. You know, that's the same darn interior.
Yep, in blue.
In blue.
Yes.
So there's the same interior that we have in the Grand Prize Impala, but in blue. Some people were saying that was wrong too, but no, that's absolutely correct.
Is correct.
The SS, now come on over here. Here's a shot of the SS. Come on in here, PJ. There, you guys can see the SS has a completely different seat, and it's got the console.
It's got a console in it, yeah.
Yeah, and that was standard with the SS, but not with the base Impala. Now let's come on over here and let's look at that Super Sport. So here we go again. Look at that Super Sport hood, and what do you see? In 1966.
Looks like the same hood.
It's the same darn hood. So whether you had an Impala or an Impala SS in 1966, it was a flat hood. There were no inserts. I believe that the inserts started...
67?
67.
I think so.
That's right. So for everybody out there who's telling us it's the wrong hood, come here and look. Even on the Impala SS, it's the same flat hood with the chrome right down the middle. Look here again.
According to Chevrolet, this is
according to Chevrolet in 1966. And look at those ladies look really enamored with that Impala convertible.
Oh, I would be too.
Come in here and show them.
That is a beautiful car.
Beautiful, beautiful car. But you see that the SS has a completely different interior.
Yes.
Okay. So there we go. So enough about the Super Sport. What other models did they have way back? Well, we already talked about this.
There's Caprice, there's Bel Air.
Talked about the Bel Air. And we've got the Bel Air right there. You could have got the 427 in that. We've got the Biscayne. I love the Biscayne.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? A Biscayne with a 427 and a bench seat and a 4-speed. I know.
Man.
And then you could also got the 427 in a Caprice wagon.
Yep.
PJ, come show this.
Well, Stan says the blue does not have that 4-speed on the floor.
No, not the base one. Look at that. You could have gotten in the Caprice wagon. That would probably been a Copo order if you had gone ahead and gotten in the Caprice wagon.
Yeah.
Probably had to get an exception on that. And then, of course, there's a Bel Air wagon. All of these could have gotten the 427, but across all of these, only 1,800 got them.
What is that catalog you're looking at?
This is the 1966 Chevrolet full-size model catalog.
And it's got the colors on the back, your color palette.
Oh, and this is so cool. Because if you look back here, you'll see the color of the grand prize car right here. It's called Regal Red.
Regal Red.
And if you look down here, let's go to Impala.
There.
What's interesting is we don't see the red as an option. It must be there. Maybe they only wanted to show some of them for the Impala. Very, very cool. So I'm going to put that aside. We've got some more cool stuff to show everybody today.
Yeah, we do. So a lot of people have been asking us, we keep telling you this car has been in magazines, and it has. It's been in a number of magazines. We've just laid them out on the hood here for you. First one is Muscle Car, and this is from June of 2008, and there it is, full-size prize, 66,427 Impala. It's a very nice article on this car in here.
How did they know that it was going to be a dream giveaway prize 20 years ago?
They didn't, but it was already a prize because so few of these cars ever made it out.
There we go.
All right, second magazine. It's called Rocket's Red Glare, the real thing. And of course, this is from Super Chevy in November of 1995. The car was still absolutely gorgeous even back in 1975.
Did they have televisions and telephones and things way back then?
Oh, 1995, I'm sorry, 1995.
I think they had telephones.
I believe they
did.
I believe they did.
Okay.
All right, and of course, this one is just, L72 427. There we go. This is out of Chevy Rumble, which this one is May of 2002. Nice article in here on that. Just a nice 2-page spread. And then, of course, we didn't plan it this way, but here it is anyway. Here's Muscle Car Review. And, this one's covered up. Let me look inside to see when this was from. January of 2013. And, of course, this car is featured on the last page, along with its previous owner. So, there you go.
So it's already been in 4 magazines. These days, of course, I think only one of these magazines still exists, and that's... No, you know what?
They're all gone now.
They're all gone. Even Super Chevy is gone now.
This car has been recently featured, though, in Impala.
In Impala News, the official publication of the International Impala Association.
I think so.
I think that's it. Hey, look what else I found, Boo. Look at this. Warranty booklet.
Oh, the warranty booklet,
from 1966. And look at this. Delivery date. You guys got to see this, too. May 21st. Where were you on May 21st of 1966?
Oh, man. I was not quite 2 years old yet.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Chevy dealer. Beatty, Chevy Incorporated in Carnegie, Pennsylvania. And if you look at this here, that's probably when they did the first oil change, huh?
That's what that looks like.
That's very, very cool stuff. Lots of nice stuff. That's how... Oh, look, we can probably get a free oil change. You think this has expired?
Hey, a 2-month maintenance is still on there. We get an oil change, yeah. I don't think they'll honor that anymore. I don't know.
There you go. It's nice when we get cars with this kind of pedigree, and that not only did the original owner take good care of, but that the magazines of the day really knew that this was a special car.
Oh, yeah, and it's still a special car. I mean, there are so few of these cars left. I mean, there's probably, actually, these 427 cars, there's probably more of these cars left than there were the original Bel Airs or Caprices or anything else, because people drove those cars, and as soon as they broke down, they pushed them out in the yard, or they went to the scrap yard, or whatever it was. No one really saved. I'm sure there are a few floating around out there, but it was cars like this one that caught some car collector's eye, who said, man, that's a rare car. We really need to take care of this and preserve it for posterity. And that's where this car got its life saved.
Absolutely. So tell you what, why don't you hand these magazines to me? I'm going to take them off stage. And meanwhile, why don't you give the guys a treat and show them the engine bay?
Will do. So you got to see all the pictures in the magazines. And now, here are the pictures in real life. Here, let me turn on some lights too. That ought to give us just a little bit better. Turn on the studio lights here. There we go. So,
Wow.
This thing is, you know, when this car went through its complete rotisserie restoration, frame off resto, you know, everything was taken apart, car was exploded, it was all put back together, and it was done obviously flawlessly. It was done to recreate the original marks that would have been on the car when it rolled out of the Chevy factory back in 1966. And that's what's been done here. The motor is impeccably detailed. This motor was taken out and refreshed about 2 years ago now, I think. It was gone through internally. The whole motor was rebuilt. It was built back to externally factory spec. Internal, they took a couple maybe slight liberties inside the motor just to make sure it ran correctly and runs strong. But yeah, I mean, when this thing says 427, 425 horse, I guarantee you it makes all of that and then some, as it did back in the day. And of course, this is a this is an Edelbrock manifold. It's an Edelbrock aluminum manifold that came on this car, along with a Holley 780, I believe, is the carburetor that came on here. It is a 4-barrel, and it runs amazing.
No power robbing accessories, as we would say back in the magazine
days? No,
days?
it has a generator. Okay.
A generator.
The days before an alternator, these were actually called generators back in the day. And as you can see, there are no other accessories in here. This car does not have power steering, I don't believe.
No power steering, no power brakes.
No power brakes. The brakes aren't even boosted. Basically, you are running a water pump and the generator off of the motor. So there's literally zero rob to run this thing.
And this car was special ordered by somebody who really knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, at the time, you've heard us talk about this before, whoever ordered this car, they walked into a dealership, they walked around to the side, they went back to the special order desk and they said, I want a Impala, but I want the 427, 425 horse, I want the 4-speed, and I want the optional rear end. And so few of those cars were ever ordered. We know that across the entire body line, like we talked about a minute ago, only about 1,800 of these cars were ever produced. Of those 1,800, I cannot tell you how many of these cars still exist, but I will tell you that number is staggeringly small.
And then when you talk about color combinations, red on red, 1 of 10, 1 of 5, 1 of 1?
Who knows? It could very well at this point be a 1 of 1 car.
Wow.
We just don't know.
Wow, that's amazing stuff. I want to remind you guys, lots of great giveaways happening right now and every day at www.dreamgiveaway.com. Use promo code Facebook Live on this 427 Impala. And we just had something launch on Sunday, the F-150 that we're partnered up with Rhino.
Yeah.
So that's now available. You guys can check that out. And we have a brand new high horsepower. Here we go. I know you're going to say something.
I'm going to say nothing.
We've got a brand new high horsepower car in red. That's what it shares with the Impala, but it shares nothing else with the Impala other than the fact that it has 4 wheels. That will launch next Sunday.
Has a steering wheel.
Got a steering wheel.
Yeah.
There you go. We've still got steering wheels on cars.
Yes.
For now. So there you go, guys. Any questions out there? PJ, thanks for being the director today.
Alan said he had a 66 back in the 70s, 4-door, 283, 2-speed. Wish it was a 2-door, but loved his anyway.
Yeah, those old 2-speed power drives, man. Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. Talk about a long gear, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Anybody else have any comments, questions for us?
Stan said on that date he was 12 years old. And he was,
All right, Stan.
The car has a lot of magazine coverage.
And Stan, how much driving had you done by 12 years of age? All right.
All right.
Well, that's good. We're going to wrap it up, Boomer. Close
All
it
right.
out.
Remember, go over to www.dreamgiveaway.com. You can look through all of the galleries there, see all the cars that we've got in here. Of course, we're standing here on Classic Row right now. We're next to the 69.5 Super B. You've got the 69 Hurst Olds, and you've got the 67 GTO 400 HO car. And we've got so many cars in there. Go and find your favorite car. Send us a note. Talk to us about it. We'd love to talk to you about it. So for Chris and I, Here in the Dream Giveaway Garage. We'll see you next time.